Welcome back to my channel, and this time I'm back with the topic price elasticity of demand. Students, I've already taught you price elasticity of demand in my last video, if you remember, and if you have not seen that video, do see that video to understand this topic. So what is actually elasticity of demand? That means how demand can be stretched, how much demand is elastic. That is called elasticity of demand, and there are three types of elasticity of demand. Let us see what are they. First, price elasticity of demand, so is the chapter, and apart from this there are another two elasticity of demand, that is cross elasticity of demand, and last being third, income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand. Though as per the CBSE prescribed syllabus, you will be studying price elasticity of demand, but you should know cross elasticity of demand as well as income elasticity of demand. What is cross elasticity of demand? Now there are two kinds of goods, that is substitute and complementary. So what are its effects on demand? When we see the elasticity of demand in terms of substitute goods and complementary goods, that is called cross elasticity of demand. Now income, you all know what is the meaning of income. So income elasticity of demand, when demand is affected by income, that is called income elasticity of demand. So the relation between income and demand is basically divided or told as income elasticity of demand. More income, more demand; less income, less demand. As you all know, if you are having 100 rupees in your pocket, you will demand more of quantity, and if the income is being increased, if I give you 1,000 or if anyone give you 1,000 rupees, you will demand more of quantity which you are demanded when you are having 100 rupees. So this is a basic difference: more income, more demand. So being an economics student, you should know the meaning of this two at least. Now we'll proceed to the price elasticity of demand. I have discussed the meaning of price elasticity of demand. Once again, I would like to remind you the definition of price elasticity of demand. What is actually price elasticity of demand? Now, it is a degree of responsiveness to a percentage change in quantity demanded due to percentage change in price. That means how demand is affected due to change in price. What is effect on the quantity of demand due to change in price of own commodity, other things remaining the same? That is called price elasticity. That means demand is being affected only by price and other things are same. Now you are going to see price elasticity of demand, how it is measured. In my last video, students, I discussed there are 5 kinds of elasticity of demand: unitary elastic, highly elastic, less elastic, okay, and infinite, and ED is equal to 0. This all we have discussed. Now in this video, basically my focus is to tell you how you are going to measure the price elasticity of demand. So let us see how you are going to measure the price elasticity of demand. So let us see how we can measure price elasticity of demand. So there are 3 methods basically to measure price elasticity of demand. First being percentage method. Second, expenditure method. And the last being geometric method. Okay, so there are 3 methods to measure price elasticity of demand. First, percentage method. Second, expenditure method. Third, geometric method. Students, if you remember, I have already discussed percentage method. That is what ED is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. So We have seen this method, percentage change in quantity demand upon percentage change in price. Now this method is also known as proportionate method because it shows the proportion of quantity demanded due to change in proportion of price. That is why this method is also known by another name, that is proportionate method. Now expenditure method, it is also known as outlay method, and geometric method, it is also known as point method. So we have done some questions based on this method. Now basically I will be switching to next method, expenditure method. What is actually expenditure method? So expenditure, the term you are already aware, the total expense made by you. How you calculate expenditure? There is a formula to calculate price. Expenditure, that is price into quantity. Basically this expenditure is calculated by multiplying P into Q, that is price into quantity. Suppose the cost of one bulb is 50. So what will be the cost of 5 bulb? 5 into 50, that will be 250. So you can calculate expenditure, but this is the general method of calculating expenditure. But in this method there is no such formula as you have seen in price elasticity of demand by percentage method. This is very easy method. So let us see how expenditure methods is used to calculate price elasticity of demand. So let's focus on this method. So student, basically this method is given by Alfred Marshall. Now who is Alfred Marshall? Alfred Marshall is a known economist who has contributed a lot in economics. He wrote Principle of Economics, and Adam Smith and Alfred Marshall played a very vital role in this economics. So let us see expenditure method. What is actually expenditure method? This method is given by Alfred Marshall. He states the degree of elasticity of demand due to change in expenditure, and expenditure is affected due to change in price. So basically we are going to see how price is going to affect the expenditure. So we are going to study this only in expenditure method, that how price is affecting expenditure, and then what the conclusion comes. So let us see. Let us consider first case. Now in first case, as you can see, I have written price is 5 rupees and quantity is 10. At that time expenditure is 30. Now this price may rise or this price may fall, affecting the quantity as well as affecting the expenditure. So suppose this price falls by 1 rupee. Earlier it was 5, now it is 4 rupees. So you have studied law of demand. Law of demand states when price falls, quantity demanded increases. So that means quantity being suppose 15. And again let us see what is the expenditure. So students, in this case you see when price was high, still expenditure was 30. When price is low, is reduced, again expenditure is 30. So expenditure here is constant. So this illustrates that ED is equal to 1, being unitary elastic. मतलब प्राइस बढ़े या घटे, एक्सपेंडिचर पे खर्च पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. एक्सपेंडिचर एज इट इज है, एक्सपेंडिचर इज कांस्टेंट, एक्सपेंडिचर इज नॉट बीइंग अफेक्टेड ड्यू टू चेंज इन प्राइस. सो दिस is what case 1 known as ED is equal to 1, or in other language unitary elastic. So this was the first case. As you have seen in this case, price falls. Even if I increase the price and expenditure being same, again it will be ED is equal to 1, unitary elastic. Now let us see the second case. Now let us see case 2. As you have seen in first case, expenditure was constant. Now in case 2, price is rupees 5, quantity demanded is 15 units, and as price declines 4, that is by 1 rupees price is declined, quantity demanded increases. Why is this so? Again law of demand applies here. Now expenditure being here 50 and expenditure being here 60. Now how the expenditure is related to price? See, price falls, so what happens? Expenditure got increased. Generally this happens in a family. There are some women who, what they will do, they will definitely say price falls, परचेज मोर ऑफ क्वांटिटी एंड बीइंग एक्सपेंडिचर इज इंक्रीज। होता है क्या है नॉर्मल घरों में, जब दाम किसी चीज़ के कम हो जाते हैं तो जो घर की औरतें होती हैं वो बोलेंगी और ख़रीद लो, और उस और ख़रीदने में और खर्च हो जाता है। सो फ्रॉम 50 द एक्सपेंस ऑफ 10 रुपीज़ increases 60. Now what kind of relation you can see here? That is inverse. That means when price falls, expenditure increases, which shows inverse relation between price and expenditure, which is known as ED greater than 1 or greater than unitary. So this was the second case. Now if their price is reduced, if here I increase the price, okay, so expenditure will be decrease. That means here it is 50, it may decrease by 45, you can take, and because it is all based on assumption, I am just assuming. It is not so that I am going in a market, I am spending 5 rupees and I am purchasing 15 quantity. It is just based on the assumption. Whole microeconomics is based on the assumption, students. So it is just the assumption here. The numbers I have taken, it is just based on the assumptions. So this was the case, that vice versa case, when price falls, expenditure increases, and when price increases, expenditure falls. So here ED is greater than 1, greater than unitary. So hopefully the two case is clear to you. Now we will be seeing the third case. So case third, let us see case third. In case 1 you have seen ED is equal to 1. Why? Because expenditure was constant in relation to price. That means when price was changing, price change means either it will rise or it will fall. So when price rises or the price falls, expenditure was same. Expenditure was not changed at all, being same. So that is why ED is equal to 1. And second case you have seen, when price falls, expenditure got increased. And in the same case, if price rises, expenditure got decreased, showing an inverse relation between price and expenditure. That was case second, ED greater than 1. So now this is the last case, student. Here again I am with the same price and quantity, and here a bit change. Here I have increased the price, as you can see. Earlier it was 5, now it is 6. Okay, now it is 6. So when price is increased, quantity is decreased. Just to make it clear, it was 12 only. So here quantity got decreased. This is law of demand, you have already studied. Now what is the impact on expenditure? If price increases, how it is going to affect the expenditure? So if price increases, expenditure also got increased. That shows direct relation between price and expenditure. More price, more expenditure. Less price, less expenditure, which implies ED less than 1 or less than unitary. So this was the three cases which you have studied under expenditure method while calculating price elasticity of demand. Case 1, ED is equal to 1. Case 2, ED greater than 1. Why? It implies inverse relation. Price increases, expenditure decreases. Price decreases, expenditure increases. Case third, price increases, expenditure increases. Price will decrease, expenditure will also got decrease, where ED is less than 1, less than unitary. So this was all three cases. In the next video, I will be meeting you with another method of price elasticity of demand, that will be geometric method or point method, and that will be the last video, students. So after this, the chapter will be complete. Go through the video, and if you want to write the notes, please check my description box. You will find the notes there. Go through the description box. You will get the good notes. So thank you.